What's going on YouTube? You know what? Ban list came out today. It's going to be updated the 11th of November. I went ahead and did a quick run through early this morning about which cards got hit. Now I'm going to go ahead and go straight up into depth for each and last one of them. Just give my opinion on how the meta is going to be going forward. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So, of course, ban restricted cards announcement was today, and this list will go into effect November 11th for us. I believe it's December 10th for the OCG. I knew that was a couple of people, especially some I was talking to. I didn't mind if we had different ban lists, but I guess with Digicross being pretty much out of their format, and with us just now getting it, I believe they feel like it's about that time to make sure that we push some stuff, curb the power of the Digicross Shoutmon deck, finally get the hit to Alphamon, and they threw your boy a bone as well. Like, I've been calling for one of these cards get hit since BT, I want to say BT6, BT7. I was like, this card is too nuts, and it's only going to get crazier from there. So let's go ahead and get into it. Very first card is one I've been calling for a very long time. So Calling for the Darkness goes to 1. This was way back when the whole entire I was debating whether Eismon was the problem or Calling for the Darkness was the problem. I was one of the few people to go on the limb and said Calling for the Darkness was probably the problem of the loop. They hit the Eismon. The loop still went off. A lot of people adapted to the Lilith loop, putting manning blockers here and there. Blue hybrid, yellow hybrid ran rampant. Red hybrid was a very, very good deck. Ancient Beetlemon was in there. So yeah, you had some people saying no, it was definitely Eismon, which I get. But being able to recur resources and do exactly what Purple want to do, and as get deleted somehow, some way, to net major advantage. For a one-cost option card, this card does a lot. If you don't know the rules of this card, if you don't have a Digimon in play, you can still pay 1 cost to recover 2 purple Digimon back from your trash for 1 cost. If you do have Digimon in play, you must delete. So you delete Digimon, you can grab any Digimon you want. Say you had a scatter mode on top, and you had a couple of Digimon, you have a rookie on bottom that you want to grab and something else, delete that, grab the rookie, scatter mode goes off, draws 3, pitches 2. This was also something to curb the power, if not, pretty much stop Minerva loop. They specifically said that this card was promoting loops, and they did not like how this functioned with the game, and they did not want loops to be a thing in the game. If you know anything, purple is really the color of loops. Live loop, Minerva loop, it's one of them decks where it's just going to loop because of how it's designed. They wanted to be a destruction based type of strategy, a trash based type of strategy, not a loop based type of strategy. So they hit this. No Minerva Mon's coming out. Knowing Murder Mon's coming out. They know the Cerebus. They see the Cerebus Mon werewolf mode, the Cerebus Mon loop. They see that already. With the lib, they see that already, and they want to get rid of it before it even starts. So Calling for the Darkness goes to 1. It's funny because when they hit something, it's either an immediate meta hit or it's pretty much telling you or foreshadowing what is there to come. I feel like they want to push a lot more purple decks or purple archetypes that want to delete and have capabilities to delete, and having 4 calling from the darkness that does all kinds of crazy shenanigans, I think they did that on purpose. So we might be seeing, BT12, BT13, EX04. We might get some crazy purple decks that want to be deleted, and when that happens, it just spawns so much advantage and nets so much advantage. So we just may see those archetypes actually flourish now. With this card going to 1, it really does curb the power of purple decks going forward, especially the recoverability of purple decks and the button to say, hey, delete, I'm going off, don't need to wait for you. If you're a purple player, you know how many times you swung into security and hit a 1k, 2k Digimon, and your scatter mode is just now sitting there not doing anything at all. It happens. It happens. So glad to see this card going to 1, and I'm a purple enthusiast. Like, purple is my color I play competitively. Black is number 2. Like, this card is bittersweet, but I know this has to be here some time down the line. And being able to recover Death X mons from your trash, put them back into your hand, and then slap them on the board, insane. It's insanely powerful. Number 2, Sunrise Buster. They're actually curving Digicross open here. I've been seeing a red yellow control decks being playing for Sunrise Buster, and this card is good. Like, this card really is good. You, for 5, you play a Tamer, be able to get the on play of the Tamer, and then you're able to reduce one of your opponent's Digimon by 3,000 DP for every red and or yellow Tamer you have. So basically it goes delete, play a Tamer, delete, your Tamer has an on play, then go ahead and play, the on play of the yellow red Tamer that you put down. This card is very, 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 very good. Digicross played it because they play heavy Tamer count. I think they play 12 to 15 Tamers in that deck, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. I think they play maybe 10 to 12, but I've seen some builds play 12 to 15. They max out on the max out on the red one, the yellow one. I've been to play like 2 or 3 of the green one. Some even play 1 the blue ones just to have a memory Tamer up in there. But yeah, like, this is really the the power of that red yellow decks that's running around. A lot of people was really loving this in Shine Greymon, Red Yellow Sakuramon Maid Mode is a thing with the yellow hybrid package. You just have, and then of course Shoutmon Digicross right now is the new dog on the block. A lot of people testing with it, a lot of people love it. I think it's a meta deck. Will this knock this from meta contention? I don't think so. I think this card in particular, in a vacuum, it was just to curb the power of the deck. Now, with something else being on this list, we're gonna get to that in a second. I think it was to bring it down from being the top dog of tier 1 back into the pack to where now you have the S antibody decks can still give this deck a run for its money. Of course, we saw this. This is something that we've been clamoring for all the time. The big dog of BT10, the BT9 has fallen. Alphamon has been slayed to a certain extent. Do I think Alphamon is still a playable deck? Yes. Do I think Alphamon is, as doomed as Jesmon was back in the day when Saber Hakumon with the 1? No. Still think Alphamon can be a very good rogue deck. It has a lot of capabilities of being that good rogue deck. You can even, play Alphamon. The Alphamon cards have a lot of generic X antibody support to it. So who knows? Maybe somebody come up with a nice little, Dark X antibody type of deck. They'll throw in with a few, some of these Alphamon line cards like the Duramon and the one Dual Greymon, the Darugamon, and just use it as a base and just play like the Death X, the Dark Knightmon X antibody, and just start getting rid of your opponent's tamers and stuff like that. Like, it can have a good solid base. It can also still, play Alphamon. Alphamon's a card. I mean, maybe you'll go back to the BT6 Alphamon to, attack, gain a 2 memory, do all that good kind of stuff. Who knows? Like, I got a couple of theories that I'm crafting up in here. I'll be dropping some deck lists here probably in the next week. Waiting for this to be solid concrete, so if somebody comes across it, they can immediately test it out for themselves. It'd be accurate, that kind of stuff. My mind has changed about this Dual Greymon card. At first, I was like, I don't think it should get hit. Then I was like, okay, I see why people wanted to get hit. And even then, I'm kind of on the fence about it. Would it have been okay if it didn't get hit? Yes. Would it have been one of the top dogs of the format? Yes, it still would have been. But is it one of those things that, deserve to get hit? Yeah. Everything can be true about what I just said. Everything can be true about what I just said. So, we'll see how Alphamon fares. I might be, test playing and doing some crazy stuff with the deck or with the core. Who knows? There's just so much support with it that it searches out itself and not just Alphamon. So it's like a great black X antibody base that if you want to throw in some level 6s, some level 6s to complement that and stuff like that, hey, you can do that. You can definitely do that. Last card on the restricted list that just got restricted today, Shoutmon X4. Look, X4 had to get hit. And I'm gonna be real with you. This deck, like I said, it was a tier 1 deck. It's a tier 1 contender. This had to get hit. It's like this deck is funny because this deck feels like Rookie Rush. This deck feels like a more powerful, explosive Rookie Rush type of deck. You start swinging in, doing chats, hoping your Digimon get deleted so you can save them. Once you save the right Digimon, then you can go ahead and drop this for 1 or 3 memory. You can go ahead and draw 2 cards. You go ahead and swing in because, you can do that. And then, if this gets deleted, then you're like, oh yeah, I'm just go ahead and, take 2 of those Digisources from underneath it, those Digivolution sources, and put them underneath one of my tamers. I can do this again and again and again and again. And really, if I had the right setup after, turn 4, turn 5, I'm basically going to win. I'm just going to chip away at you. And if you got 3 or less security, I have all 4, I'll just drop, swing, drop, swing, drop, swing, drop. And it doesn't have to be deleted in security. At the end of the attack, you can delete this card and Digisave right underneath it. I believe it's Digisave all sources. So, I was, looking through a couple of these decks and came across one of the Digimon, came across one of the Digimon channels, and I was like, oh, okay. And the guy called, X4's ability to save everything a perfect save, which I think is probably the best term for it. Being able to swing, it lives, deletes itself, take everything from underneath it, put it underneath a tamer, play another one, put everything right back into the field, swing again. Like that perfect save, quote unquote, I like that term of it. It's one of the things where it makes it so good. X5 requires a lot more setup. It requires to have more cards in order for it to cost cheaper. Yeah, they had to hit it. They had to hit it some way, somehow. Is it going to knock the deck off of tier 1 status? I don't think so. I think it can keep up with the Garurumon X's, with the War of Greymon X's, with the Grandis Quagamons. Like, I do believe it can keep up with them. I think now this might be the time for Imperial Dramon to actually shine. X4 has been curved in power. Imperial Dramon can be a fast, aggressive deck to outpace, a lot of these builder stack type of decks. Alphamon's now gone and pushed back into the road tier until somebody comes across something new about it to try to make it a contender again. Yeah. So my thoughts on the meta after this ban list, I still think Melody Reaper is a thing. I still think Grandis, Metal Garurumon, War Greymon Ascended Bodies. I want to actually try, the test out, maybe throwing in Dark Knightmon Ascended Body, just see how it is. All that kind of stuff. Like, I think it's slowed down a little bit to where you don't really, get taken out by, your opponent's turn 3. You can live to see turn 4, 5, 6 now. You just have to, it's more balanced of a, the meta is slowing down, but also shifting to where it's more broad. Do I think Imperial Dramon is one of them decks that can sneak in and make some noise? Yeah. I do think so. Do I think Mastermind is a good road choice? Yeah. Do I think Black War Greymon is now a tier 1 top tier deck? Oh yeah, especially if everybody's on this Digicross stuff. Black War Greymon will come in and wreck house. It is a great meta call for this format, and it can keep up with, Metal Garurumon X. Maybe not Grandis so much, because Grandis just one-shot you. Same thing with War Greymon X. Yeah, maybe not them, but it can keep up with Metal Garurumon X, because Metal Garurumon is a bunch of checks. It can keep up with this deck, obviously. It's almost like a direct counter to Shoutmon. You get the War Greymon, the Black War Greymon off. It's deleting Tamers, deletes all that, everything they saved up. Guess what? It's gone. Mastermind, if you can build Mastermind turn 2, turn 3, get that Lucemon out, get that Lucemon rotation. You can disrupt them as well, set them back a couple of turns while you're swinging in with every other Digimon, all that kind of stuff. So format did get shooken up a little bit. Top tier contender got pushed back to Rogue at best. A new meta deck just got hit. So let's see if it's going to be a tier 1 or a 1.5 trying to tier in that cusp. Let's see when the old meta dolls of BT8, Imperial Dramon, and Mastermind are going to do. Let's see if we're going to get, maybe somebody's going to try something with Minervamon. Maybe, I'm looking at Dark Knightmon X as, a nice little black deck to go ahead and mess around with. See if that can actually keep up with the meta. Things like that. I'm excited for this meta. I really, really am. I think this is, you know what? I don't really say this all too often, but I think Bandai really hit the nail right on the head this time. I really do think they was listening to the community. I really do think they heard the community. And you can talk about any individual hit that you want. Sure, if you were like, I just picked up all the Shoutmon stuff and now my deck is hit. Yeah, it sucks. I get it. It sucks. As a purple player, I think this sucks. Calling from Darkness to 1 sucks. But I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, this was a bad restricted list. No. This restricted list was good. This is them listening to the community. They say, hey, Sunrise Buster, Needs to get hit. They did it. Alphamon is running rampant. Needs to get hit. They did it. And Minerva Loop's coming up. You know, we gonna go ahead. You're gonna have another Live Loop 2.0. Nope. Gotcha. They did it. Oh, Digicrossing is just another hyper aggressive deck. It's gonna ruin the format. Guess what? They curved the power of it. These hits are very good. Let's see how BT10 meta is going to shape up. I'm pretty curious. I really, really am. Are we going to have more of a diversity of decks? Or is the Bit 3 Grandest, Metal Guru, Black War Greymon going to be the top dogs? Are they going to just run rampant? Are they just going to be the end all be all? Or is Jessamon or Ragnarolamon going to make an appearance? I think Jessamon actually has a chance to actually top some events. Maybe even get top 8. I think this Jessamon deck is more consistent now. I think it's a little more fluid. I think the GX Jessamon is going to be very, very powerful in games, stuff like that. So many decks is fighting for that fight for that top spot, and they all can get beat by another deck that's fighting for that top spot. So we'll see. We'll see. Well, with that being said, this is my full depth analysis of the ban list. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna go enjoy my weekend. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.